Hello, everybody. Just a quick short message video. So I was guided to speak of it, put a voice to it. All those who are suffering from these disasters, like these California fires, that lost everything, any place else in the world. But the wealthy people that lost stuff. I was reminded of some of these famous people, these stars, like, oh, so and so lost their home, like Kim Kardashian lost her home, and so and so lost a home, and other wealthy people lost expensive homes that have one, two, maybe three other homes around the world, around the country. Call them out. They're telling us to pray for everybody and thank you. Everybody. This is a test. Things like this are a test. Any catastrophe, mass murder, any disaster, these are tests. People that are lost, it was their time. They're taken up. The people that, how you acted, the people that weren't taken up, it's a test. You pass the test. You fail the test. You panic, not help anybody, run past somebody, trample over somebody, leave somebody behind or something behind, a loved one behind, even if it was a pet. Guess what? You didn't get a very good grade. These are like pop quizzes, surprise tests. You never know when they're coming. What grade did you get? First responders, they're always passing. This is going in headlong. They're getting A++. The other people, what did you get? How can you react now that it's gone and done and taken care of, except for the flood's coming now? How can you, that's another test. Time goes by, another test. How are you going to react to it? How are these people going to react? I'm going to call out these people, these wealthy people, these famous people that may have lost one of their multiple homes. They're going to build a newer and bigger and better improved version of what they lost. Hey, here's your chance for you to choose the grade that you can receive. Say, choose an A++, not an F. And so choosing, don't say, okay, you rebuild your place bigger and better and say, I give myself an A++. No. Say, I want an A++, Lord. And ask him what it is he needs you to do to get that A++. How about to rebuild a new mansion for yourself, a bigger, better version of what you had? How about building on it, new home or multiple homes or multiple unit dwellings to give to people who didn't have multiple homes, who lost everything? Or even yet, not to other wealthy people, but to people who barely had anything, give new places for them. Give it to them. Or even better yet, all those homeless in LA, build multiple units for the homeless, for them to live. Not homeless are going to go out and do drugs all the time. Let people that legitimately want to be picked up and get off the street and better themselves, for them to stay in. You don't want to become a drug den or anything like that. But people are really struggling, families are trying to struggle to get off the street. Build multiple unit dwellings on where your mansion was for them. That's an A++. Now you build it on them. If you, as an incentive, you just can't go out ahead and do that. Build on it, and then donate it as a tax write, and it'll be a tax write-off. That's not an A++ because there was conditions to it, but it's better than an F. At least that's half a step there. I give that a C or C+, or B- at best. But do the A++, just, hey, don't worry about the tax write-off, just give it to them. Build a multiple unit dwelling, insurance pays for it, whatever, the money you have, and then donate it, give it to the poor. Don't be that wealthy man said, Jesus, I've given of tithes and blah 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 blah. What else must do? Jesus said, go home, sell everything you own, give it to the poor. Easier for a camel to go through an eye of a needle than for a wealthy person to get into heaven. Don't be that person. Seek the A++. So this is kind of calling out those people. He's guided me, reminded me to speak of this. And none of them are going to see this video, but if you know anybody like that, it doesn't have to be that disaster. It could be any other disaster or misfortune. Hey, you have multiple homes, do this. Help the poor. Give it to somebody who doesn't have anything. Doesn't have anything, or did not have anything, or very little. Do that. Because if you take, again, everything belongs to God. So if you lost everything, he just took back what was his. Now he's up there saying to you, okay, I've wiped your slate clean, just like my son freed you from slavery of sin, sin being not just sin of action, sin of this world period, all your burdens, because all your possessions are burdens. He said, I've wiped the slate clean again. Now what are you going to do? What are you going to do now that I've freed you from slavery again? Are you going to enslave yourselves again? Or are you going to say, hey, I didn't need all that stuff. I'll get rid of it. Give it to somebody who does need it, or do with less. Whatever you build, do with less. I promise you, all those people, this is a test. Those who weren't lost, this is a test. For everybody, it's a test. It's not lost, it's a test. These events, these situations are a test. You're not being punished. You're being tested. You're going to pass the test or fail the test. He's trying to get your attention. Hey, you've been keep going in the wrong direction. I'm stopping you, yanking the rug out from under your feet, taking the stuff from you. Now pay attention to me. I don't need that. You don't need that stuff. I need you to do something. So this is what I want you to do with what you lost, because I have need of you. It's your choice. It's your choice. So I hope, pray that anybody that you know, or anybody and these others in the world that lost all these things, they make the right choice. They pass these tests. Think in your life, as you go along or in the past, did I pass that test? Will I pass the future ones? Pray that you do. Pray that you do. Remember, everything, you don't own anything. It's all his. He's just letting you use it. Peace of Christ. God bless.